Hey, what's up YouTube? So, ran out of filament on my 3D printer and I'm waiting for some more to come. So, I thought I would show you some of the mods that I've been doing to my printer over the time and tell you how effective they were. This is probably one of my favorite mods right here. And this is your end stop. Traditionally, when you first get this is an ANET A8. When you first get it, it's way in the back here and it's hard to adjust and stuff. And so, I printed out this bracket here and then mounted the end stop on the side, and then printed this bracket and just used an existing screw, and then I printed out this nice big end stop connector, and that one is probably one of the best ones to make life easier for you adjusting your Z-axis and stuff when you're doing your bed leveling. Probably one of my next favorite ones is this button. So when you're loading filament, you can squeeze this button down, because without that it really hurts your finger pressing it down. Another one I like is this fan mod I did. I watched a video and a guy researched every different fan mod and did tests and everything, and I will show you the best design right here. This supposedly turned out to be the best overall design. This was one of the first ones I printed, and so I don't like the way it fits onto the fan. It's kind of a hard fit. You got to take these screws off, kind of slide it on there. It doesn't fit well. This one fits really well. What somebody needs to do is use this mounting on this fan design, and that'd be an excellent design. Maybe when I get really good, I'll do that when I get some spare time. But if anybody knows how to do that, that would be an excellent solution right there. This is a full circle design, but it fits really well. Let's see, and of course I did my cable chain. That I like it. I mean, I think it makes it look cool. It doesn't feel like it fatigues it when it goes back and forth, and I'm pretty happy with that. What else have I done here? I made these little tool rack things. These are just handy because when you need to find your tools, that's where they are. I also did a spool holder design. It's got some issues, like it backs off these screws by itself. I hope this video doesn't wash out because it's a bright day out and I got a window back there. I had to print these big spool holders. There's a big nut right here. Another, I don't know, I think this is the other end of this piece. And but it's kind of wobbly up here, and I always have to adjust these nuts because it's not that good of a design, but it's kind of nice. It's way better than the one that comes with the printer. This thing's always flopping around in the way, just not a very good design. It hooks on here, and it's got some screws in the back where you can kind of tighten it. It needs a little bit better design, but at first I was hesitant to use this because I felt like the more weight you have up here, any shaking in it will cause that to be a greater shake. And then on the other hand, you could also argue that it's like placing your hand on here and pressing down. Hopefully they'll get rid of some of your shake, because this is acrylic and acrylic shakes really bad. Anyways, another mod I did is these little frame, and that's an attempt to help get rid of the side wobble, one on both sides there. I printed this Y belt stretcher deal. It's kind of neat because it has no nuts and bolts into it. The whole thing works off 3D printed parts, and this slides out. You can take this out and stuff. When I did this, I'll show you what happened on the back here. It's kind of interesting. When you tighten the Y belt, I don't know if you can see this, but there's quite a bit of bowing going on back here. It's kind of bowed like my hand is right there. And that's because you can tighten your belt tensioner. So I printed this front brace right here, and it really helped a lot. Because this was really bowed out like this, it's pulling it in basically. And since I printed out this brace, I noticed two things. One, it got rid of that bowing, so that helps keep your rods here straighter, which is a big help. And I noticed I used to have this corner used to lift off the bed, and I would put they gave you these little tie down straps. I don't know where they went. Oh, here's one. So these are meant for just holding down things, but what I used to do is I used to slide this on here and then put a little drywall screw through it, and that's how I'd keep this in from moving up, because that messes up your bed living if that's moving up. Anyways, since I put this on, I got rid of the front bowing, and I no longer have the bed trying to lift up on me. And the last thing I was printed out was this guy right here, and this is gonna go here. And the reason why I'm working on this, I ran out of filament. Notice that the slots right here, that's for your anchor points for your Z stepper motors. And when they designed this printer, they got this wrong. Let me see if I can show you this. This is too close to this rod, and so it's causing the rod to bend at an angle like this. So you got this distance here, and as I travel up, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this rod is pointing out this way, and that's all because this is, you might be able to see it if I go like this. This angle here is too close to this rod, and it makes this one point off to that side on the top. So the theory is I'm going to put this on here. I can loosen these, and then allow me to straighten this up so I can get this rod perfectly straight or perfectly parallel with this rod that doesn't move. And I got a feeling that they're going to help remove a lot of Z-angle problems. And I need to print another one for this side, but I ran out of filament. I'm in the quest, when I get more filament, is to decide what kind of back brace I want to do. I noticed that it feels like, I guess it's okay. I'm concerned that the pressure from the belt might be causing this to twist, but I don't know if that's the case. I'll have to do some measurements, but it's definitely bowing the back, and so I want to support this area here. That's another one I'll research out. And just overall, because it's acrylic, you know, it shakes. It's getting stiffer as I do like mods like this. But anyways, so I think that's about all my, I did do a X belt tensioner, and it's kind of nice design in that it pushes on these metal rods. And the only other thing I did was I replaced my bearings, except for these ones. I think these are still metal bearings. All the bearings behind here and my bed, I put those plastic ones. I actually tried to print some like this, but they hung up too much. But as I make mods to my printer, it prints better and better and better. This one came out pretty good. I'm still having some little bit of top layer issuing, and I think that's more of a software setting. And also I need to do my next thing I need to try out too is how to gauge out my flow. Maybe I'll make a video showing at that. What I mean by that is you put a mark like 100 millimeters apart or something like that, and then you tell the printer feed that much line through, and then you measure how far it went to see how much what your true flow rate is, and try to adjust that from there. So that's something I need to do, and I think that'll improve my top layering. My side layering is actually really good, and bottom layering, that's all mostly a glass, attribute to that. And I do actually have, early on when I was using glue, it would stick so hard. I think it literally, you can't see it, but you can see it on the prints, that it literally, like right here, I don't know if it'll show up, that's on the, I think that's because the glass got yanked out there or something, because I noticed right in that one spot I always get these like raised marks, which is weird. It seems like it would be an indentation mark, but it might be because if it is cut out of the glass, maybe it can't lay filament there correctly, and that's making it appear to be a raised spot when it's really a concave spot. Anyhow, that's just a kind of an update. I think that covers just about every mod I've done on here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and I will get back to you on those. Anyway, so if you're watching this video, maybe give me a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, you'll see more videos as they come out, and I hope maybe some of these mods inspired you. I've noticed I've been watching the printer market This was around 200 bucks when it came out back in November, and the prices are slowly creeping down even more, and I'm starting to see for 300 bucks you can get a nice metal frame. This fellow I met, he's got one, and it's not an A-net A8, it's like solid metal. It's like a, I don't know, I'll try to get a video of it, but I can't remember what it's called. Like I think it's a Monoprint Pro or something like that. And I think if I were to buy it today, I don't know, I learned a lot. The cool thing about getting this A-net A8 is you learn by printing these mods, and then we start understanding how the printer works together better than if you just bought something pre-assembled. Sure, you get into production right away, but you wouldn't understand nearly as much as to why certain things are important. But that being said, $100 extra, because it takes a long time to print all these different mods. Anyways, but I did learn a lot from it. So thank you for watching. If you subscribe, you'll see more videos as they come out, and thank you for that thumbs up.